Hi, my name is Patty and I'm the area sales manager for Tuff. Today I'm going to talk about the sales process I follow that has made me successful in selling garages. There are two ways that I receive leads for the garage program. The first and most successful way that I receive a lead is from Dave Lampton at the call center. Dave Lampton has been very helpful in sending me qualified leads. He will call me right away when he has a lead and he will fill me in with the conversation that he had with the customer. He also emails me all of the information. The second way I receive the leads is direct from my Home Depots or customers themselves. After I'm done speaking with Dave about the customer, I will call the building department and find out the zoning of the customer, the setback and restrictions, the snow load, and I also find out what the lot coverage is of their property and what size of building that they are allowed to have. I will also find out if the customer has to have stamped plans for the garage and the trusses. This will help determine if I'm going to have to charge the customer or not for the stamped plans. Most of the building departments that I deal with here in Colorado just need to have the trusses stamped. After I've spoken to the building department and got all of my questions answered, then I'm prepared to contact the customer and go over the garage program with them. I will always contact the customer the same day that Dave Lampton has given me the lead. This is very important. Contacting the customer the same day makes them feel that you are on top of your game and that they are a priority. I will talk to the customer and tell them that the best idea is for me to come out to their location and go over the garage program with them. I also ask them a few questions over the phone, such as, what size building are you looking for? Do you have a concrete contractor lined up? Do you know what your setbacks and regulations are? Do you know what size building you are allowed to have on your property? What type of vehicle will you be putting in your garage? This will determine the size of the sidewalls. If the customer can answer some of these questions, then I know that they are serious about purchasing a Tuff Shed garage. When I go to the customer's house, I will always have the following items with me: my Clopay garage book, the color swatches, the roof and shingle samples, the picture book of everything that Tuff Shed has built in the past, the roof pitch tool, which helps tell what roof pitch the customer has, the garage brochures, measuring tape, Tuff Shed flags, and a garage quote sheet. The first thing I do is figure out what the customer is going to be storing in their garage. Whether it is cars or just a lot of storage, that way I can guide them in the best direction. If they have a lot of storage materials, sometimes I will offer that we change to attic style trusses to allow for more room. Then I look at the area that they are going to be putting the garage, where they are going to be putting the garage, and I measure everything out with my measuring tape. I put the flags down so they can get a real visual of the size that they are looking for. Once the flags are down, then the customer can decide if that is the size they are looking for, or if they need to go bigger or smaller. You wouldn't believe how many customers I have had change their minds once I have put the flags down. It was not what they expected with the naked eye. When I am measuring the size out, I let the customer know what their setbacks are. Some customers already know this, but some don't. For the ones that don't know, it helps to show that I have invested my time in them already and I have given them the confidence in me and Tuff Shed. Now that the size of the garage has been chosen, I will show that customer what roof pitch they have. Most of the time I can tell right off the bat, but sometimes they are a little tricky. So that is when I get the roof pitch tool out just to verify. I ask the customer if they are going to want the roof pitch to match the existing house or if they want the standard 412 roof pitch. Then I look at the overhangs on the house and determine what size overhangs the customer has on the house. I let them know that the garage comes standard with 12-inch overhangs on the side walls and no overhangs on the end walls. We can match whatever overhangs that they have on their house. Next, I will go over the paint colors and the shingle colors. I always have my larger paint samples with me because they are easier to see than the samples that are on the brochures. I also have the shingle samples with me so I can match up the colors to their house shingles. Now that I've gone over all of the outside information, this is when I usually will sit down with the customer and go over the cost of the garage and give them more suggestions. I will ask them again about their plans for a concrete contractor. If the customer doesn't have a concrete contractor in mind, then I let them know that I have a contractor that works very closely with me and Tuff Shed. I have built a very good relationship with John, my concrete contractor. He knows our product very well and works easily with our plans. He is always available for me and will even meet me at customers' houses. This has been a key point in my success in selling garages. John and I have even gone to HOA meetings where the customer was not knowledgeable enough to answer their questions that the HOAs had. John has even been able to give the customers ideas on where it will be more cost effective to put the garage and move it to a different location so they don't have to move as much dirt. Being able to give the customer a dependable contractor for concrete puts them at ease. It is also as close to a total package deal that we can come up with. I go over all of the standard features of the garage with the customer and then go over the options that they have to make for the custom garage. I will show them the price right there unless there are specifics that I'm not able to price out right away. I will also offer the customer the deluxe package. This is very important because the savings are so huge. The deluxe package usually sells itself with the 12-inch overhangs on all sides, the garage door opener, the 30-year dimensional shingles, which is highly recommended here in Colorado because of the high winds, the octagonal vents, and the paint. If the customer does not want the deluxe package, then I will tell them about our current promotion. Next, I will show the customer the Clopay garage binder and show them the different types of garage doors that we can order to match their existing door, or if they just want a plain door. This book has a lot of information in it. I have also built a relationship with Ginger Belmaggio, who is our contact at Clopay. She has been very helpful in answering all of my questions. I also know who my installer is for Clopay in this area, which helps to verify install dates and ask general questions. Once I have finished going over all of the options with the customer and I have given them a price, I ask them about their financing and how they were considering purchasing the garage. I will then tell them about the Home Depot consumer card, which has the benefits of interest-free. In most cases, the Home Depot is able to get the customer interest-free for 1 year on larger purchases. I know that I was able to work with the customer with the Home Depot consumer credit card company because Lowe's was offering 16 months, no interest, and the Home Depot consumer card company said that they would match that and also beat it by 2 months. So my customer was able to receive 18 months, no interest on their purchase. After the customer decides to purchase the garage, I give them our options on how to purchase. I let them know that we can call this in to the call center right now, or we can go to Home Depot, or I can do everything for them so they don't have to go back to the Home Depot. I let the customer decide so they are part of the process. Once the garage is purchased, I will order the plans from the engineering department. They have been very good in helping expedite the plans if customers are in a hurry. I have to know what building codes I'm using so I can put that in when ordering, along with the seismic zone and the wind speed. I'm usually able to get the plans back within a few days. Some building departments require that the contractor pulls the permit and submits the plans, and others will allow the customer to do it. So once I get the plans back, I will either submit the plans myself or I will mail them to the customer. I keep in close contact with the building department and the customer through this process. That way, as soon as the building permit is obtained, I can get them scheduled for our soonest date. Once the customer is scheduled, I contact my concrete contractor so he can set a date with the customer, and I also contact Clopay and let them know the install date so everything goes smoothly. Here is another tip on how to get the Home Depot involved in our garage program. I visit the Pro Desk every time that I'm in a store. I tell them that what promotions we have going on with the sheds and the garages. Then I ask them if they have any do-it-yourself garage customers that they have put through the bid room. If they do, then I work with them on getting a quote from Tuff, and we do a do-it-yourself quote for them also. I have been able to turn 2 do-it-yourself customers into 2 installs this way for Tuff. Once they see how much it is going to cost them if they do it versus if we do it, and usually we're done in one day in most cases, that it is enough to convince the customer that the extra money is really worth their time. It's all about building relationships with the customers too. Thank you so much for taking time to listen to my process on how I sell garages. I'm always available to help answer any questions that you may have. Thank you.